We'd like to give a special shout out to the following people for making this episode and the rest of Act 3 possible: Louis, Malaya, Reg, Daniel Athern, Osterkim, Vanna, Finch, Dr. Dan Venning, Sleepless Berry, Court, Rogue Canoe, John and Muna, Sadie, Zay the Great, Elliot Kane, and Trident. Thank you for your support. Maraming salamat.
You're listening to Hainai by Motsi Dapul. Episode 80. Sukdol.
So, you're not hunting me like the rest of them?
No, but you don't sound surprised.
Your reputation may precede you.
No. Well, I'm flattered that my colleagues have considered me worth talking about. What did they say? That I was pathetic, paranoid, not worth the immortality I was granted?
I was at that elder meeting. We've met before, though you didn't know it was me. And I didn't realize, at first. You were sort of...
out of my wits? Insane?
manic.
Well, you'll have to excuse me. I just made a breakthrough that same day. I'm sure I made a terrible first impression. I feel as though I would have remembered meeting you, but,
I wasn't wearing my own face back then.
Ah. And what did you do to poor Mrs. Bartolotti?
Nothing. I just prevented her from attending. She's fine now.
And here I thought you were hunting elders left and right and center. I suppose I am surprised you didn't kill me the moment you realized I was an elder.
Is that what they're saying now?
Well, ever since you made off with our leader's right hand in the closest thing we'd consider an elder stronghold, let's just say you've put them all on edge. What did you do to Richard Henry, by the way?
He's around. We needed him for information, and we can't let him go. That's all I can say about that.
Well, I'm grateful you were willing to answer me at all. They're all terrified of you, you know. Terrified you're here to kill elders one by one, take their power. It's a notion that arose after you destroyed the risen Langford, but crystallized when you snatched Richard Henry from under our noses. It's quite the sight for men and women of unimaginable power to realize how vulnerable they truly are.
Some people forget power and safety don't mean the same thing.
That's true. How ironic that the more power they gather, the more they draw your ire.
Not just mine. I know what you did to that one elder, Thompson.
Back then, I didn't realize what we were. I thought Thompson was the worst of us. It was ego, of course. I felt betrayed. I thought we were greater than other men, and that Thompson was betraying that ideal. I already had doubts, of course, long before I discovered Clarence Thompson's sins. But that was the nail in the coffin. scales fell from my eyes, though it was a slow process. I realized that Thompson was not the only elder whose secret machinations led to more victims, more power, because they were not satisfied with what power we already had. Power was the aim, not the tool. I was naive then, but not now. But I don't mean to talk your ear off with my ramblings. I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I was looking for something of Marianne's. I don't know how much you know, but she was against this from the... well, not from the start, but early on.
I remember. It was a terrible shock when she died. So many of our ranks did not respect her, but she was one of our fiercest and wisest. If anyone deserved to live forever, well, but then she died. Too young, even by mortal standards. We never knew why, at least not back then.
But now? Why are you here, Manfred?
I came not to look for something of Marianne's, but I came to look for a sign of how she died.
I see. But why now? Why not before? Manfred?
You want to know why now? Well, perhaps the universe has a sense of humor because I didn't know who I'd be meeting here when I came. But I know exactly why I came, and the stars have aligned.
What do you mean?
You. You're the one they're all afraid of. The one they fear will destroy them. While I might as well not exist to them at all. They wrote me off long ago. They don't know what I found after all these years of searching for a way to fix what we've broken. They don't know that I found a way to destroy them.
The foci?
The elders.
I know that the heart and the brain...
No. Not that. Not the slow way. Not the way we all learned decades ago. After all, why would we go to war with each other if we thought we couldn't die? No, my friend. Look at my hands.
I saw at the meeting. But why are you hurting yourself like this?
Research. Maybe a bit of penance. Not that this is enough. I was researching our immortality. Our magic. How it is we're able to live for so long and survive so much. We all thought our immortality was immutable, so long as our heart or brain remained intact. I know of many elders that guard their own like dragons do a horde. I knew how much research had gone into this when I learned about the puppet master, and the way they took elder bodies and turned them against us in the war. So instead of going after the body, I went after the magic. And after all these long years, I finally figured it out. I know how to kill every elder all at once, through the one magic spell we all share that binds us elders together, that makes us elders in the first place. The immortality spell. The contract we entered into to become elders under Savard. With my own spell that I have developed over decades, I can kill every living elder in one fell swoop.
If you figure that out, what are you waiting for? Why are you in Marianne's home? What are you looking for?
Well, friend, it's simple. I'm just not powerful enough to make it happen. I have the mechanism, but no power source. A bomb without a fuse, as it were. I came to Marianne's old home to see if she had any insight. Because this is not something that I could propose to our leader, as kind as he's been to me. I don't think he'd be so kind if he knew what I was trying to do.
Kill every elder. Even Salai?
My research didn't stop at killing us all. No. I did this to him. Infected him with this sickness. I wanted to cure him. Then I may have found a way to untether him from this spell.
Him, but not you? Not the others?
We are not innocent, friend. None of us. But his sins, whatever they may be, they're mine. Because I promised him I would look after him when he first became my apprentice.
So what? You plan to die and take the rest of the elders with you? Every elder tied to the spell unless they untether themselves?
Well, providing they're willing to do it. But what elder do you know is willing to give up such great power and eternal life with it?
I might know a couple. You're not the first elder I've met, Manfred, but it seems like you'd count among them. You shouldn't be so eager to die while someone still cares that you live.
Well, either way, it isn't my choice to make. I don't have the power. But you do. Don't you?
I might. I mean, I do.
Oh, the universe does indeed have a sense of humor that we should meet like this. I think Miss Marianne would be pleased if she were watching from the other side. She was, from what I remember, a conscientious objector, at least near the end. Do you know what happened to her? You seem to know far more than you ought.
She made a sacrifice, hoping to save people. Made her own unique foci, good foci, but sacrificed parts of herself to do it, until there was nothing left. She has saved a few, but she was just one person against an entire order of elders. I'm hoping to honor her legacy by finishing what she started. Put an end to the elders and their foci. But not by killing them all. Not like you want. Despite everything, the elders are still human. And human life is precious. Even if they don't want to honor that.
Well, I suppose you can afford to have those principles, even if I disagree with the premise. Still, I do not have the power for this spell, but you do. I'll sleep better at night, knowing I can entrust my findings to our principled, moral enemy. Do with this knowledge what you will, friend.
Mary.
Mary.
At night, she walks the city. She forgoes sleep as she walks and wanders. She leaves these marks, these prayers, on walls and stones and trees. They wander behind her, one vigilant and one meandering. One says she must rest, holding her balisong to his chest like a precious gift. And the other says she will not listen, and she will not learn. She might be a god, but she's a human too. And humans need to sleep. Her power isn't infinite, and neither is her human energy. Maybe she knows this, but she doesn't want to think about it, because she has to do this. She has to. No more can die while she lives, especially not now that she could have saved them. If only she had the courage to eradicate every elder all at once, knowing what she knew now with the gifts that Manfred gave her. She could kill them now, every single one. Kill them, release their stolen power back into the ether, and eat their deaths like the god she was, golden and growing and hungry. For were they so human that she should risk every human life they preyed on, because their hubris put them above and all others below? Were they so human now, years after they might have died, their flesh devoured by worms? But ayaw mong lamunin, anitong ginto't sukdol. Ngayon puspus ka ng kamatayan. Ngayon natuklas mo na ang iyong layunin. Anito ng kamatayan, anito ng paghihiganti. She doesn't want to think about it, so she keeps walking, keeps marking the city with her protection. She'll get tired eventually, of course. But what'll happen then? Well, nothing good. A small ring of gold, flat. Once a brooch hung on a chain for good luck. Given to Violet by the benevolent Miss Weeks, not long before she passed away. A good luck charm that would go on to protect Violet and her son, Henry Wallace, and Hen's wife Etta, when he gave it to her when they wed. A ribbon in a book, gifted to Jay's father, James, and his husband in secret, a man from Hyde, with the surname Callahan. He passed it down to his son to encourage his writing. It protected them from the elders Jay would eventually antagonize. Kept them hidden until the day Jay could no longer go unnoticed. A necklace that once belonged to Mary Ann's beloved sold and stolen and passed around, until it ended up with Laura Nichols, and activated only when she was confronted by the sliver of George Langford's soul. It has no power now, and the piece of Mary Ann that was housed in that focus passed on. A donation of art to a nearby university, removed for cleaning just as a student wandered the grounds, afraid of a ghost that had lived as legend for so long that she was caught in its miasma, while a certain elder searched the grounds for its source. These were what Laura was dreaming of when she woke up in the middle of the night and realized Mary wasn't home. When she gave Donna a call, and the two of them tracked her phone to a park where she was scribbling something into the rainbow bench, muttering something to herself in words neither of them could understand. When Donna drove them home, and Laura promised she'd stay with her, make sure she didn't wander off again, Donna agreed, saying he'd call in the morning to check on both of them, shaking his head at Mary's foolishness. Mary was in no state to explain herself, and certainly not to defend herself, already half asleep, while Laura walked her up to her apartment, let herself inside, and settled them both in bed. Mary was out like a light, though Laura traced the dark circles under her eyes and knew this one sleep wouldn't be enough. Ever since the Sanghyang, Mary hadn't been, well, she had been herself, but her worst self. Her worst, thoughtlessly self-sacrificing self. Didn't Mary know how much it hurt to see her like this? Didn't she know how terrified Laura was for her? Donner hid it well, but Laura doubted he felt much different. The way he got to her in Mary's apartment, way faster than she guessed was legal. It wasn't fair, of course. Mary was saving people, just like she'd saved Laura all those months ago. It was important. She had to do it. But as Laura curled around the woman she loved, she wondered if Mary had to save everyone else. Who was left to save her?
You're listening to Hainai by Manfred D'Arce.
Hey everyone, it's Motsi, creator and showrunner of the Hainai podcast. Hainai is a podcast produced by Motsi Dapul, Yoy Halago, and Alyssa Jimenez, and licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. This episode was written and directed by Motsi Dapul, who also plays the role of Mary Datuin and Other Mary. The role of Manfred is played by Odd Andrews. If you'd like to chat with other listeners when this episode goes live, we do a live premiere every Sunday at 9 p.m. ET or Toronto time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HainaiPod. To help support the production of Hainai,
you can subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/HiNiPod. You'll get to be part of our early access program, where we release episodes 3 days early on Thursday at 9 p.m. ET or Toronto time. You can also get bonus video, audio, art, and much more. Speaking of Patreon, we'd love to give a special shout out to the following patrons for all their amazing support.
Petra, Emily Cole, Maha, Nikki Green, Cy B.A., Emily C., Lauren Morton, Prinks Variety, Didi Chanak, Chandra, Tony Baloney, Nay, Boyo, Phoenix Luna, Kate Jordan, Tiana Harvey, Sabine, Ben, DC Squirrel, Jess No, Nonette Dapu, Mika, Anna, Sooks, Becca Terrier, Melissa, Flying Cabbage, Faye Fungi, Pablo Neurotic, Oster Kim, Megan, Jessie Goodsell, Malaya Light, and Victoria Goodwin.
Thank you for all your support. If you subscribe at the ATET tier or the $10 tier and above, you get bonus episodes, bonus content, the full B-sides, and you get your name shouted out on every episode in the credits, just like our wonderful supporters here. If you can't subscribe monthly, you have the option to buy us a milk tea on Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/HiNiPod. Our ad-free HiNi album, which has our official music and full episodes from Act 1 and 2, is also available for both patrons and to purchase on our coffee shop. Check out our website, hinipod.com, for more info, and follow us on all our socials, on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky, and even our YouTube posts, at HiNiPod, for updates and more information, especially when we have special events. And as always, thank you, we love you, and hanggang sa muli.